everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Modded RAC server. My name is Riella, and today we're going to play a little bit with Thaumcraft. I have started getting into Thaumcraft mostly to get the Wand of Equal Trade. One, because I happen to like the Wand of Equal Trade. It's my favorite wand. And two, because EB apparently wants a Wand of Equal Trade, and I want to be able to trade with him for the Wand of Equal Trade, specifications to be worked out later. I made a Thermonomicon. I think I made this, or excuse me, the thermometer. I think I made the thermometer on camera, but I believe I made the Thermonomicon off camera. And I have been scanning stuff, as you can see. I have been scanning items. I've finally got to the point where I'm able to do some things like that. Other things I cannot get. Let's see if I can get one of these guys. Yeah, see, do not have... So I'm still missing a lot of things I cannot study. I can't, for example, I can't do gold. I've been pilfering my chests, seeing if there's anything I can scan in them. Stuff like gold here, I can't scan yet. I don't have the ability. So I'm missing some aspects from that I'm not quite sure how to bridge that. Paper, for some reason, is giving me fits. It actually took me a long time just to be able to scan oak wood. It's interesting going around what you can scan and what you can't scan. It's interesting to see how that works. Like, none of this stuff, I can't get anything off of these. And I wanted to actually try something. I wanted to see if I could do a wooden pick real quick, just to see if that is something that is scannable or not based on my current... I would think it would be, but it's not. Okay, so that's going to be something later on down the line. I'm actually going to stick it in my Thaumcraft box here. As you can see, I've got some research notes going. That is actually because Thaumcraft changed again. Did not realize this when I started, but Thaumcraft has once again changed. The research has changed, and the way you get the research notes has changed. It used to be you ran around scanning things with scribing tools and paper in your inventory, and sometimes you would get lucky and things would pop up. And if not, you could come to the table and start, put in a random aspect, and you may or may not get a research note, and you go from there. I'm not going to click on that yet because I've started some research that I wanted to show you. But now apparently you click on your Thermonomicon, and depending on, again, you need scribing tools and paper. You do need them in your inventory, but if you click on the Thermonomicon, see right there, research note added to your inventory for advanced nodes. So if it's a little circle guy like this, advanced node tapping, excuse me. If it's a little circle guy like that, you get a research note. You just click on it and boom, you have a research note, which is very nice. I think if it's square, okay, I guess it doesn't matter if it's circle or square or not, because we just got a Thaumcraft note on that one. I think I actually already had that one, so that's probably a duplicate. I believe if they are triangular somehow. Basic artificing. Artificing? I don't know how that means. Goggles of revealing. Research, no. We definitely want that. Oops. I guess if it's like this, yeah, you have to purchase it based on how many aspects. You see right there the question mark, and then the Percantio is 3. It's Percantito, the magic guy. We need 3 of the magic guys. And whatever that other aspect is, and then we can purchase it, so we don't actually need to do the research on the research table over here and make that thing, which I'll show you in a little bit. So you don't need to actually, you just essentially buy it and it's yours, and boom, you can make it. So the little, what is this, a hexagon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. The little hexagon will show you how to do it. I guess the same thing up here. Whereas these guys you have to study, and these guys you have to study. Or maybe it's the round you know already. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly, but we'll get there. So I'm definitely missing some aspects that will be nice to have later on. I'm not going to click too many of these things because I have the research notes I have now. Ooh, this is new. Crystal scribing tools, bloody scrivener's tools. Wow. Okay, well, we'll get into that stuff later. Technomancy. This is cool. I like magic machinery. Okay, I like technomancy. Technology and mancy. Very good. Yeah, okay. So we're definitely missing some aspects. Need to continue scanning things, running around, doing, does this work? Does this work? Does this work? Does this work? It's very boring stuff to do on camera. So I've been doing a lot of it off camera. I actually just started last night, a couple of days ago. And that was in the midst of this moving of bases. So it's coming along very, very slowly. But I did not realize that Thaumcraft actually changed the way they did the research notes. Let me show you. Yeah, it's totally different. You use these little guys. These are all the aspects I know, by the way. So I'm definitely like I've got a long way to go. But we'll get there. We'll get there. And so I was kind of playing around with this, trying to figure out how to make it work. And I actually had to go and do a little more research online. It's new enough that I couldn't quite figure it out. As you can see, based on what I was reading and what was based on the Thaumanomicon, I'll actually show you what it says in here about studying, I guess, research. I'm not going to read all of this because you can read most of this on your own, but we'll get to the point right here. So the basic premise is okay, flashing round. Okay, here's the flashing square or round icons represent primary researches. If you can read their title instead of seeing strange runes, you're simply able to click on them. Paper and ink will be consumed from your inventory and you will gain a research note. So you saw that already. We need to do the research here, this guy. To complete your research, you simply need to connect and activate all the aspects. You do this by dragging an aspect to a hex adjacent to it that is either composed of the target aspect or can be combined with another aspect to form the target aspect. Placing an aspect consumes 1 research point. If you make a mistake, you can click on the aspect to remove it, but you will not regain the research point. You continue doing continue doing this, I suppose, until you have formed a pattern connecting all the starting aspects. The outer aspects need not be connected to all the others. They simply need to form a connected whole. So then the research becomes a discovery. So I was trying to figure this out. I started with the metal here and the magic wand here, and I needed to connect the two. And what I did is I looked in here, and if you research, let's see, somewhere it tells me the aspects, I guess. Yeah, okay, these, yeah, okay, yeah. It was just continuing the same page. It tells me what each of these are composed of. So I had the metal, which is composed of saxum and ordo. And then I had the percantitio, the magic wand. I cannot pronounce that name for the life of me. Which is vacuous and potentia. And the potentia is made of ordo and ignis, which is how we got that way. So I'm thinking what I should have done is maybe you can drag it like this. So the ordo, get rid of those, and then the potentia here, and then the vacuous here. Okay, and then those two are not combining. So this is the issue I was running into, where I could get these two combine. I could get a string of 3 and a string of 2, but I'm having a hard time getting them to combine. And having to go back and forth and read the book and figure out how this works. So we have the potentia, which, let me see. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe if I put the ordo here, drag and drop. Yeah, see, it's just not. Now, if I drag and drop the ordo there, will that work? No, because Percantio, a magic wand, is not made of the ordo. And I'm just wasting my research points trying to figure this out. So I need the vacuous and the potentia, or I need the saxum and the ordo. Somehow I need to combine this with this. And it's definitely getting to be a little bit frustrating trying to figure out how to make this work exactly. Because this is a primal aspect, I think. The saxum, isn't it a primal aspect? Let's see if we can find the saxum. Okay, so the saxum, no, it's not. It's a secondary, but it's made from terra and terra. So we could maybe get from metallum to saxum to terra, but that doesn't have anything to do with these guys. Okay, let's see if we see what's in vacuos, which is air and perdito. And the Burdito Saxum is made from Terra. I don't know. I mean, if I know in previous research, if you couldn't find a way to make them connect, then I mean, Now, let's go back. I know we keep going back. Maybe I just need an extra potentia, you think? Because these 4 are now connecting. Maybe I just need... Oops. Stop it. Maybe I just need one of these guys? Oh! Excellent. Okay, so I just can repeat. I thought maybe there was some level you had to jump from A to B and then back to C, but no, you can... Looks like you can repeat. Well, obviously you can repeat. Fantastic. Okay. So now we can make one thing, which I will never make, really. The thaumium. I will probably never make that, because that's not exactly what I want. The goggles of revealing, however, I will make. And I am missing aspects. That's another thing. If you're missing aspects, you can learn it. If you can read in the book, and you can click on it, and you get a note, you can look at it, but I'm missing 2 aspects. So this is requiring a lot of research. Here I'm only missing 1, which is actually kind of good. That's advanced node tapping, which will be nice. I'm missing 1 here, which is copper wand caps. I bet that's that little greedy aspect icon. And I have a bunch that I've already made here, as you can see. Let me see. Yeah, a couple of these are duplicates. Advanced node tapping, yeah. So I've already gone through and I've done a few of these. Magic tallow, I don't know if I can make. Yeah, see, I'm missing something. I would have thought Bestia would be one of them, but apparently not. So I don't, yeah, this is going to require quite a bit of research, just kind of off camera going through. And the sloth, I haven't been able to scan that one for some reason. So it's been a bit of an adventure trying to figure all this out. Let's see if there's anything. I've scanned a lot of the stuff that what I've been able to scan so far has actually surprised me, because it would not have gone in the order I thought. Like, thought I would have been able to do that by now, but apparently not. I thought I would have been able to do paper by now, but go figure. I might need to do a little bit of research to see if I can get this going a little bit faster. I already scanned that. Did I scan a vanilla? Probably didn't scan a vanilla. And the end frame. Woo! Would you look at that? That's... Give me that back. Give me that. That's not what I wanted you to do. I wanted to scan it. Can you scan it? No, you can't scan it. I keep shifting, and it's not letting me scan. If I go back far enough. There we go. Yeah, I don't have the ability. Can I scan label? Do not have the ability. Yeah, so I'm just missing. Yeah, this is gonna take a while off camera. We have all our lava, our tank, that filled up, which is nice. Very good. I like having lots of lava. I need to make some more magmatic dynamos, get those going. As you can see, I went ahead and put up my guys here, my pulverizers and my redstone furnace. They don't talk to each other right now because I'm using it to make dust for the X Nilo, because I want more redstone. And I'm gonna be I just really want redstone. I mean, I'm going to need to do some mining and some coring and all that, but for now I'm using the X Nilo, taking advantage of that. If you've got it, why not use it? Just making various things. Did I scan glass? I did. Okay. I keep forgetting to check and see what I have scanned and what I haven't scanned, but yeah, this is going to require a little more setup. This will be my little machine wall here. I did want to make one more thing off camera. And that actually is, since we're getting into Thaumcraft, we might as well branch out and do a little bit of the blood magic. Specifically, I want to make an altar. I have been doing this on the Attack of the B Team mod, and it's actually quite a bit of fun. I still don't actually know what the advantages are and what its real potential is. I haven't figured that out yet, mostly because I haven't done much with it. Excuse me, did I say Attack of the B Team? I didn't mean Attack of the B Team. I meant Agrarian Skies. If I said about Attack of the B Team, I apologize. That's not what I meant. I meant Agrarian Skies, which is where it's part of the quest system. And while it's been fun, like I said, it's not particularly I don't know, it doesn't seem to have much purpose at this point in time, but I'm still really new into it. And so I figured while I was here and doing Thaumcraft, since we're getting into magic anyway, we might as well kind of branch out and try the blood magic. I don't think anybody else on the server has really started playing with this yet. So this should be a lot of fun to kind of get into. And I mean, we can elemental encryption tool, bound axe, bound helmet. I don't know what all of this stuff does per se. It's definitely a mod I think could be a lot of fun to explore. There's quite a bit to it. It doesn't look gargantuan. It doesn't look huge, which is good. Like the witchery mod, that looks like a ton of fun, but it's huge. It's just such a all-encompassing mod, and I mean major props to the mod maker for that, because that's an awesome mod, and it would be kind of fun to get into it a little bit. I know a lot of the guys are actually getting into it, so I'm kind of staying away from that for now. I do want to learn enough just to be able to protect myself in the witchery, but I kind of figured I'd watch the guys and see what they do before I kind of branch out into it a little bit. And I'm going to attempt to do something, you know, just a little bit different. Kind of come at things from a different angle, so to speak. So we are going to go ahead and just make a use some of our precious diamonds and make a weak blood orb, which I believe, again, based on from what I'm learning in Agrarian Skies, is kind of early requirement. So we're going to use up, requires 10 blood sacrifices, essentially. 10 hearts worth of life is what this weak blood orb requires. And we're going to have to be very careful not to kill ourselves doing this, because that can and will happen. So I think that should be enough. I might need to give it one more. But eventually that diamond floating in the circle there shall be, maybe, let's give it one more. How's that? Is that good? Is that enough blood? Do you have enough blood for me? I have very pink blood, by the way. Have you noticed? So yeah, so you basically right click and it removes one heart of life, as you can see, and it puts the blood into the altar there. And then it should be, once you get 10 hearts worth, that diamond should become a weak blood orb. What's it doing? Are you doing, unless this is a different version than what I'm playing with, which is entirely possible. What are you doing? This is unusual. Did I just take away my life for nothing? Let's eat a potato. Anything? Actually, can I? Blood altar. Probably cannot scan this. Okay, at some point I will be able to scan it, but I guess not now. I don't know what it's doing. It's making white puffs. Do you need more? I can give you more. I can't give you much more because I'm going to die soon. How's that? Anything? I'm trying to make this guy. Weak blood orb. Stores raw life essence. Oh, LP 2000. Okay, that's 20 hearts worth. So that's actually, Okay, can I do that all at once? I thought it was 10 hearts. I could have sworn it was 10 hearts, but like I said, I think the Agrarian Skies, because I have not updated that map at all. I'm terrified of losing it. So I have not been updating as they come out. So the blood magic might have changed since the Agrarian Skies. But let's go ahead and see if we give it more blood. There you go. I think we can do one more. There you go. Okay. Now how many is that? There's no way for me to actually tell. Let's eat. So we hopefully don't lose. And I don't know if this stacks, if like the diamond will absorb X amount. Or, oh, there we go. Okay. Excellent. I guess it did. I guess it stored X amount. So we have our weak blood orb here, which stores the raw life essence. Essentially, it stores our blood and our hearts. We have our hearts stored in there. The uses for this, you can make various items. The sigils, I don't entirely sure what they make. As you can tell, I don't know that much about this mod. This is definitely something that I will be learning. I'll be learning with y'all. Y'all will learn with me. So I'm not sure what all I can do with this. I will be doing some research off camera. I just knew how to make this, and I knew how to make a divination sigil, which is somewhere. Let's see if let's actually just look at the divination sigil. Divination. There we go. which is the Blood Orb and the blank slate. So I'm actually going to make a blank slate real quick, which requires that guy. Let's go ahead and eat another potato. This hunger. We've got a hunger situation here too. Okay, so it's cooking. I think what that means is it actually needs more. So let's go ahead and you can have most of my life. How much does it require? It requires 10,000. So it doesn't require as much as the diamond did. In fact, there it is right there. So we click on that. And then we just use the weak orb and the blank slate and the glass, which I already put up because I don't know why. So let's grab that again. And the divination sigil is quite handy, at least what little bit I've used. You saw me trying to guess how much life... Oh, and by the way, you get that back, which is awesome. Trying to guess how much blood was in here. Well, if you right-click with this guy, it actually tells you what the capacity is and how much there is in there now. So you can see I almost have six hearts, and that's it, worth of blood in there. And I believe it does degrade over time. So we'll have to, like if I check it later, I don't think it will be 598 still. I think it will be slowly, slightly less. I think it kind of like evaporates or something. It disappears. Let's go ahead and eat again. Constantly going to be eating, doing all of this. So yeah, so I think it will, it's still the same. So I guess it stays in there for quite a while, which is good. But we have the divination sigil here. We're actually going to put that in our Thaumcraft box. Although, come to think of it, we should probably... I have a toolbox down there, but I think we might usurp the toolbox for blood magic and move the tools somewhere else. Maybe we can make that our toolbox. That looks kind of like... That's kind of toolish. Let's do that real quick. Move that over and that over. And this. No? Well, yeah, okay, that's fine. And this, and the leggings, because I don't know what to do with the leggings yet. And, oh, one more tool. Like so. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and see. Let's get our divination sigil, which I no longer have. But let's go ahead and make another one of these blank slates, because I think we're going to need several. 3, 4, 5 should do it, right? Because it was almost 600. So 500 should do it. Yeah, there we go. Okay. I guess I need a blank. There we go. Because we are going to need these, and if we have some in the altar already, might as well use them up. Let's go ahead and grab another one of these guys. Or not another one, but grab this guy again. So we're still at 500. So if we prick ourselves, and then check it again, oh, we're at 700. Okay. We need 1,000. So we need one more, should do it, for yet another divination. No, not divination, another blank slate. I'm going to be doing that the whole time. I'm going to be confusing those two. Okay, so that should be enough. Excellent. All right, the divination sigil helps quite a bit. It does indeed. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and throw those in there. Put back our Thaumonomicon, like so. Let's put up our smooth stone in our fancy block box. And I think we're all out of room for cobble. Yeah, I haven't been keeping a ton of cobble. Mostly been using it to change sand into dust. Because I can. So nanny. In fact, once we get that going again, we should have quite a bit. I just want the redstone, really, is all I want. I used up all my redstone on Anyoners. He got a very nice gift of redstone. Okay, and from what I understand too, the blood altars, this is the very, very basic blood altar, and you can expand that and make it fancier. Oh, no. Bloody potato. Ooh, delicious. No, okay, kind of gross. Yeah, so from what I can understand, these can get very specific, the blood altars. Once you get a little more advanced, you can make them in a very particular way to how you want them. You can actually personalize them quite a bit from what I understand, which is quite cool, and definitely something we're going to be looking into. But as you saw, we've got all kinds of fancy stuff that we can do. Just the sigils alone. These guys are the division sigils here from extra utilities or something completely different. But yeah, so water and contact with liquid is highly unrecommended. Lava, sigil, void, air. Yeah, I mean, all of this stuff on Ars Magica. I guess if we're getting into magic, Ars Magica will be coming down the line at some point too. But again, that's another big one, and I don't know anything about it, and I can only handle Thaumcraft. I'm already going to have to kind of relearn some of it, and Blood Magic, I'm going to have to learn basically from scratch. So I think that's going to be enough for me to handle at the moment. So we're definitely going to focus on these two for now. Maybe later on we'll branch into Ars Magica and or Witchery, but for now I'm thinking one vampiric appetizer, coagulated blood drop. That's Tinker's construct. What is it? Oh, that's why. I was like, what is it doing in the blood magic? But that's because I hadn't reduced it to simply blood magic. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting to get. I mean, look at all of this stuff. This is a lot of awesome stuff. I'm going to have to do some reading off camera, obviously, and see what all we can do. Maybe there's actually something in here that we can help kind of offset any attacks by witchery, any witchery attacks that may come our way. If that is the case, that's quite awesome. We're going to have to do a little bit of that off camera. What is this? Bloodlight. There's nothing there. Okay. All right. Well, let me see how long this episode is, and I will be right back. Okay, I think that's going to actually do it about now. It's, getting in 20-something minutes. We're doing good. I actually thought this would be like the beginning of an episode and we'd have to come back later, but it actually turns out that this was quite a complete episode for what it is, which is a little bit of nothing. We learned how to do a Thaumcraft research note. Unfortunately, it was the only research note I could actually research because I'm missing one aspect from most all of these. The Nitor and the Alimentum I might have. Let me double check that real quick on camera, because why not? Okay, so I can actually do the Alimentum and I can do the Nitor. Okay, so those two I can do. Maybe I'll do those on camera next time just to kind of go over the research notes again, because it is a little confusing for me anyway. I'm sure all you smart people out there know it like immediately. You've already got it and you're just shaking your head at me going, why does she need to do more? But I don't know. So yeah, so I will continue scanning stuff off camera. Next time we'll come back, we'll do those two research notes. I will do some research on blood magic. We may or may not return to this next episode, but we will return to it soon. So as always, thanks everyone for watching. My name is Riella, and I'll talk to you later.